Right, I found some previous code from the Magic Chests one plugin that I made, and it's got this, which is just much better. Scene manager push this scene, but you also bind the chest ID from here. So if I go back to the furnace, instead of this nonsense, which I'm sure might be fine if you're needing to use it outside of the initialize, but I like to have everything we need immediately. So we'll push in this dot bind this and then furnace ID. And then in here, yeah, there we go. Wait, hold on, no, that's wrong. Where does the scene initialize? There we go. So when we initialize the scene, we just pass in the ID. That's much better what we want. So we'll put in there furnace ID. And yeah, then we set it inside. Oh, it's much better. Much better. This furnace ID equals furnace ID. And then we'll console log this whole object and just to double check, even though I'm pretty certain it's going to be there this time. So here we go. Let's just check. Furnace ID 2. Right, so we close that and open up the next one. Check the next one. Furnace ID is 1. Brilliant. So now we are actually tracking different furnaces. What is the next part? Help window, category window, actor window. So I don't think we need the actor window. The category window can stay. But we need to change the category window to something else, I think. Yeah, instead of item category, this is going to be someone else. So I'll just find item category. Let's take this and then we'll change it. Oh, pop it here. But within here, we're going to have to do the same thing where we'll change the name to something else. Window category, and we're going to change it to furnace command. Yeah, this is probably fine. Change. Yep, yep. Item category. So that was a bit easier since there was nothing weird like item base. How many columns? So we need some kind of fuel, item in and item out. Oh, there could be multiple items out. That's okay. Let's think about the UI of this. There needs to be fuel in, and there needs to be an item in. But the item out can be multiple things, so we may need another command here that is just for the output in general. So the output will work like a chest. Item in, fuel. Okay, fuel, item in, and then output. I think it's just 3. So this is going to be an actual so what I'm thinking right now is, does this fit my use case? Just having a command where I click on it and then it takes me to another, uh, then it allows me to sort of activate windows and things. I don't know if this is what I want. I maybe just want selectable, a list of selectable windows. No, that's not right. One window with 3 different selectable um, areas. I don't know what you'd call it. Basically like a button. And then inside each of those selectable things, I would like some kind of tag, which would be fuel, input, output. And then if it's the fuel one, it would be nice to show a little icon as well of what type of fuel it is, and maybe a number as well. And then probably also some kind of graphic for how far it's burned. So maybe right now I will just go for a bit of text. What's needs command? Data system item categories. Um, let, let's see if we can just remove these. And there will be some kind of item window. Needs selection. Hmm. Alright, so if we click on fuel, yeah, if we click on fuel, it'd be nice to have a list of fuel options so we can select. How do we? Yeah, okay, so if we click on fuel, then there'll be a list of fuel items, and it won't just take one input. If I click Z once, it should probably just add that to the fuel, and then if I back out, that's the only way to get out again. Again, hopefully this makes sense, but it's kind of just me rambling to get it sorted in my head how it should work. Let's just make some items for now. Um, Coal, wood, Where's all the wood? Um, yeah, don't really need to be wasting time with this. Let's just pick the little plant thing, little tree. Alright, scope. You just can't use it. It's not consumable. You can't use it. Never, never. Um, how do we do tags again? Is it just this? Um, fuel. And I don't know the numbers yet. I don't know how big or small these numbers should be. So I'll just say fuel 300, 150. So the wood should last about half the time of the coal, I guess. Then what else is there? Uncooked meat. That's a piece of uncooked meat. And then this will be cooked meat. There we go. That's perfect. All right, so the uncooked meat, if you use it, you get poison. And the cooked meat will just heal you for 100% of your health. So how do I want to handle what things can turn into? Maybe furnace recipe. So what does this need? Just some kind of way of getting an item. So maybe there should be a good regular expression in here for catching the type of item and the ID. So let's look. Number, then a pipe, then a number after a pipe. So I need to grab a in a variable, 50 in another variable, 4000 in another variable. Should work with I20, W34 to catch I20 and 100 and W and 34 and 600. That was quick. So furnace recipe, something, a number, then the pipe, and then a second number. How would I use this in JavaScript to check a string against this regular expression and save the variables for use? Okay, cool. So this is a furnace recipe that can create I5, which is the cooked meat. Then we'll have a pipe, and then we'll say it takes about 50. Let's see what it takes. Yeah, well, okay, it takes 50. These are, I don't know, ticks maybe. Maybe these are ticks. So it takes 50 fuel to create one of these cooked meats from one of these uncooked meats. So fuel can make, was that 6 of these meats, and then wood can make 3 of those meats. Um, let's just desecrate this database. And we'll also add in one here for, although this is fuel, it can also be an item that can create coal. So I don't know if these numbers mean you can create infinite wood and coal or whatever. It doesn't really matter. Just want to get the script working, and then people making games can care about balance and stuff. So uncooked meat, cooked meat doesn't have anything. All right, so our friend here is going to give us items, 5 coal, some wood, and some uncooked meat. So when fuel is updated, this is going to be update set category to current symbol, item window. So what item window are we using here? Just item window. Window item list. So let's grab do we want to make our own window with item list window? Yeah, I did it for this one, so it probably makes sense. Item list. Okay, so right below it. Let's just rip all of this. Can we do window item list and then replace with furnace item list? And then that one too. Okay. So when we set category, this is probably not what we're looking for. What is category here? What is being passed through as category? Current symbol. Okay, go cool. So this is going to be fuel input and output. So now we should expect to see nothing. Make item list. All items and then filter the item to this includes. So based on the category, do a different thing. So if the category is fuel, we only want to display fuel items. So this is going to be something like item.meta.fuel. If item.meta.fuel is not equal to undefined. I don't even know if this is what we're looking for here, but maybe console.log item.meta and then also .fuel just to see what happens. So here we go. Great. So if the item doesn't have the fuel tag, it will appear as undefined. If item is undefined or if item is null, I can't really remember. False. You know what? That's not necessarily true. We do want to add one thing at the end that's nothing. We'll say return false for now, but then let's see if that did the trick. Can't we probably? Okay, it's null. Null. This should probably be a function. Just checking if is null. Window. Um, let's see if this dot is item on null or undefined. There we go. Only coal and wood are appearing in the fuel window now because these two have that special tag that says we have some kind of fuel attached to this. And input and output have nothing still, which is good. So when I click on one of these fuel items, is enabled, right? This is saying if the party can use it, if the category is fuel, return true because you can click on any fuel item. I think this will probably change. We'll see. We'll see. That's yeah. We don't need to overcode. That's all we've got right now. So that's all that matters. So now we can click on them. It doesn't do anything, or it breaks the game, but that's fine. So now there needs to be some sort of data attached to these furnaces or furnace. I'm going to copy this. And where is it? That's underneath the parameter stuff. Okay, so let's see. This is going to be furnace data, and this is going to equal furnace data if it already exists, but if it doesn't exist, we'll create an empty object. Furnace data dot furnaces. So same thing. So what's going to go in here? I see this working kind of like um, some way of getting the ID here, and then having some values in here that maybe says current fuel level. So that's some number. Current fuel item maybe, but this should probably be saved as an object as well. So the item will be some item. Data class is going to have to be like we did before. We haven't, like I did in a different video. If you want to save and load items, we need to keep in mind that if you store an item, it's not going to be the same as what should be the same item when you load the game. So Iron Sword in one game is not the same as Iron Sword when you reload the game. So data class and then item ID. So that's the current fuel item. Probably a quantity as well. Say we've got 5 of this item in the fuel slot at the moment. Current input item is probably going to have to be the same, where we have the some input item, a data class. We'll just say it's a weapon. We're smelting a weapon down or something. Item ID, and then some kind of quantity. But then maybe you want current progress, and that'll be how many ticks have passed. So the point of this is